Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Nicole Danell, your sexy stage 4 colon cancer with meds to the liver patient. How you guys doing on this fantastic, freaky, fun Friday? And it's actually cold here in Georgia. I think it was 32, they said, but it feel like 29. And I think the highest is either going to be 50 something or 62. Not sure yet, but right now it's chilly. I haven't been outside. I just know how it felt when I woke up. So good thing I had on my little heater. But I just wanted to tell you guys too to make sure that you know that you are loved. I love you. Whoever's supporting you, whoever is pushing you to be a warrior to get through this, they love you as well. Some of them might not do it as it should be done, or sometimes they go a little overboard. All you got to do is tell them, slow down, give it to me straight, but don't give it to me that way. You know, that's all you have to do. And if they don't accept that, then guess what? Tell them to get on out. So guys, I love being alive. I will have to tell y'all, I love this life of mine. I love it even more now too, because of what I've been through and what I'm still going through. So when you see me smiling and happy and wanting to look dolled up every time I go out the house, guess what? I'm doing that for me, not for nobody else, because when I look good, I feel even better. I mean, I already feel good, but when I look good as well, I feel a little, or maybe a lot more better than I actually would have if I wasn't. And also the positivity and as far as with my confidence, it's always been there. I've always been a very confident person. I never needed anybody to tell me you look good or you doing great or keep going or anything like that, because I was always my biggest cheerleader. I still am, even though I have other ones cheering for me, but I'm still my biggest cheerleader. I'm still the person that I have to impress. I'm still the person that I have to do better than I did yesterday, last month, or the year before. And yes, I am a perfectionist. I've been talking to my therapist, and I told her that's one of the biggest things I have that I try to let go sometimes, but it's very hard because that's what I'm used to being, that's what I'm used to doing. But I also have to think about as far as, am I still able to do any of what I'm doing? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And even the yes is not all the way of what I would have been doing or how I would do it, because so much has changed in my life, and I have to accept that. I'm a different person. I'm not the same person I was before I got sick, and I definitely won't be the same person after. I'm evolving, I'm knowing my limits and everything, and we all have to, respect those limits, because if not, it will bring you down a lot quicker than you actually want it to. So guys, I just, every day when I get up, I do make sure I'm smiling. I'm happy as far as with the pain and what I'm going through as far as cancer-wise or chemotherapy with the side effects. I don't let that affect as far as my joy within me or my happiness, but it does affect as far as how I'm able to get through the day or get through, the night or in the morning or the afternoon, because it's all different. It's never the same with me, which most people, even if they're not sick, it's not the same. Every day is different. Every minute is different. As far as with people that are going through, as far as what I'm going through, it's even a lot more difficult and different than you probably would expect it. But going through this for so many years, not an expert. I only tell you guys what I go through, what affects me, what symptoms as far as I've had, and also the ones that they list, as far as the symptoms to look for, as far as when you're, wanting to know whether it's colon cancer, whether you need a colonoscopy, whether they could get in there and get the polyps out and you're fine. You don't have to worry about that. But that's something you have to do for yourself as well. You have to research it. You have to know what you're talking about when when you go meet the doctor for the first time, whether it's them telling you have it or you don't have it. You still want to make sure that if you don't, that you stay that way. So make sure you're doing your own research. Make sure you're being your own advocate, because if not, nobody else is going to advocate more than you are for yourself. They can advocate for you, but not as much, and they don't have as much skin in the game as you do as far as what you're going through. They don't understand it because they're not going through it. So yes, they can be there as far as to, help you with certain things and, questions that you may have, forgotten, or you may didn't ask those questions. They're supposed to be there on your side to help you for those reasons, to make sure, because yes, you're gonna forget things. Not everybody goes through chemo brain, but most do. I didn't know it was real. I didn't believe it until it started happening. With me, I've always had a good memory, and it's, sometimes I will be in conversation and actually forget what I'm saying. And sometimes it's happened on the video where I was thinking of something, was about to say it, and then I forgot it. But, I don't claim it every morning, but I know it is real. I still try to be a realist and understand as far as what this is doing to my life, what this is changing, of me. And all I can do is say that, go on your own route. Understand, because everybody, your routine every day is going to be different. As far as treatment, is going to be different. The way you go about it is going to be different. It's not going to be the same as mine. It's not going to be the same as the next person. So that's why you need to be your strongest advocate. And also just make sure that if you are experiencing those symptoms like the lower back pain, like I told you, I thought it was due to my spinal fusion. It wasn't. It was a sign. For those 3 months almost, I was going through terrible pain, but I thought it was that. Probably if I didn't have that, maybe I would have went to the doctor, sooner, because then I would have been like, okay, what is this pain? I haven't had it. But because I had 3 back surgeries, the third one was spinal fusion. It was in the same area, the same, hurt, the same pain. So I just, attributed it to that. I didn't do any research because I didn't know about colon cancer. So that's why it's good for, me doing these videos to get it out, to let people know as far as about colon cancer, especially in the Black and brown communities. It's at a higher rate as far as getting diagnosed and death, because we are getting it at the late stage and not the early stage like myself. And it's because I missed those symptoms and even, saw blood in my stool, but guess what? It wasn't enough to make me say, okay, something is wrong. And therefore, you could be going through the same thing. But if you see any blood in your stool, please call a GI. You just want to make sure, because you might not have all the other symptoms. That might be the one telling you you need to go. And as far as with that, I wasn't able to eat because I couldn't pass my bowels. Because why? The tumor was so big. So that was one of the reasons why she couldn't complete the colonoscopy, even though I had prepared for it. Went through all of that, about to pass out in the bathroom, on the toilet. Sorry, I'm getting, just letting y'all know. And I wasn't able to have it completed because the tumor was so big. So for those 3 months that led up before I actually went to go do the colonoscopy, I was going through severe pain, as far as with cramps and pain in my stomach. Then I couldn't eat, because everything that we eat I would vomit back up. Why? Because I couldn't pass my stool. That should have been an indication there that something was wrong, which it was. That's why I set up an appointment because I think it was like the end of December. I set up an appointment to go in January. What I beat myself up about is this. I've always had insurance. I always, had jobs that offered insurance. The last couple jobs working here in Atlanta, I didn't have insurance through the company. I would have had to purchase my own insurance because I never got sick and, never went through major stuff. I never got sick and went through minor things. It was always something major, like back surgery, like gallbladder surgery. So I didn't get it because I wasn't feeling bad. I wasn't thinking I needed to go to the doctor. And when I did, I just paid out of pocket. So I think that was for the last, 3 years prior to me finding out. So if I would have thought about it, I could have just made a payment plan. I wasn't thinking. I guess I was going through life, as I usually would. Like I'm on, I can't even think of the word right now, but it was like I was on the same frequency. I don't know what it is, but I was doing the same thing every day, going through the motions. That's what I was trying to get at. So I didn't even think about it to just say, you know what, you might just want to pay out your pocket for the insurance versus paying per visit, because then that costs more anyway. I didn't think about that because guess what? If I would have, I wouldn't be at this stage. But like I said, I'm at this stage for a reason. I know my purpose, and it's for me to help others to at least, give them knowledge of how this affects as far as the Black community. because I'm Black, African American, I can speak to that. I don't think anybody else can really speak to it unless they are. But with it being such a high rate with us, that's why I wanted to do the videos, as well as just let y'all go with me on my journey through all the years, the months, and everything. You see where I came from, you see where I'm at now. I posted a picture on Instagram and Facebook. I actually did like a little oh god, I can't think of, little video clip where it shows as far as me now, the picture of me and how skinny I had gotten, and I'm looking at it myself and I'm like, wow. And it's almost like I don't even remember that, because that was the first year and a half, 2 years. But when I think about it, I used to go in the bathroom, look at myself and be like, a joke, I've said it on my other videos, well, who this here woman? Because I was like, it wasn't me. I wasn't seeing myself in that mirror. I was seeing somebody else that looked totally different, body, weight, everything. It just didn't look like myself. So, but that right there shows how much faith I had and how much fight in me, because I could not have been here today to do these videos and to speak to you about my journey, as well as try to motivate you or inspire you with my story, if I wouldn't have went to that GI appointment when I did. Because that was when I was getting to a very bad place to where I wouldn't be here. Of course, I didn't know that at the time, because like I said, I didn't know or think it was cancer. I just thought it was something wrong, as far as, maybe it was my eating habits, and maybe it was, and I do also, alcohol does contribute to colon cancer. And when I look back, the year prior to me getting diagnosed, I was having a lot of alcohol. I wasn't out, I was home. I would, sometime half a bottle of wine or a bottle of wine, because I would get the skinny bottles, and I just love Merlot. I could smell it and want it. It wasn't doing me any good, but yeah, that's what I was doing. And then also, I like whiskey. I didn't drink as much whiskey as wine, because it would have just had me out, but it contributed to, as far as my late stage diagnosis for colon cancer. And with all the research and me seeing it now, yeah, that was, I was contributing to the breakdown and downfall of my colon by continuously doing that almost every day. So guys, if you are doing that, it's just for me, please read up on that, because it does contribute a lot to, as far as your diagnosis and your stage with colon cancer. And guess what? I don't drink. I probably had 3 drinks this year, because I know what it, it doesn't help me to have it, but I want to have it every now and then. And that was only on an occasion of my cousin's wedding and my mom's birthday. And that was it. I didn't drink too much. I think at my cousin's wedding, I had 2 glasses. It was small, and it wasn't that much liquor in it that it would have, made me think like, okay, maybe I should have had wine. It wasn't one of those, but yes, I did have, and that was back in July 15. Oh, and I'm sorry, I did have a cocktail for my birthday when I turned 48, and that was it. But, just pay attention to that. Just pay attention to your symptoms, guys. I could tell y'all to blue, purple, orange, red, or whatever in the face, and some people are not going to get it. Some people are not going to do it, and that's fine. I want to reach those that are actually going to do it, because your life depends on it, especially if you have children, you have grandchildren. But me, one of my biggest things to fight for is my granddaughter, and I want to see her graduate. I want to see her to go through the primary, the junior high, the high, to college, to marriage, to kids. I want to see all of that. I want to see that with my son and my daughter. They're twins, they're 26, and I still, go through stuff with them. But guess what? She makes me smile. She makes me happy. Among my parents, I wouldn't want to do that to them as well. Both of them lost a daughter a year apart, but both of them, they say parents should never have to bury their children. I didn't want either one of them to have to go through that again as well, because I saw how bad it was, as far as, even with them not showing it as much, you can tell, you can look into their eyes, you can feel it through, as far as their tone and how they're speaking about it. So I wouldn't want to do that to them either. So the biggest one is for myself, but then I have those that I love, and I wouldn't want to leave them and wouldn't want to put this on them at this time. So, and I know God has me here for a reason. I know what my purpose is. Like I said, I'm here to walk people through and to show them as far as what I'm going through. So guys, I have a little interruption from my daughter, who is actually calling me, and y'all can hear it. I have all Apple devices, so I apologize for that. But guys, please make sure you're paying attention to your mental health. I just wanted to get on here and tell you guys all of that. And I just want to let y'all know that I love y'all and thank you. So let me go back over that. So that was my daughter calling, because I did call her prior to me getting on here to see my granddaughter, to see what time she's bringing her today, because she's supposed to spend a weekend with me. And that was her calling me back. So guys, the part that you didn't hear was just me explaining that, but I am going to keep it in the video. I'm not going to edit it out. But guys, I do love you guys. Please take care. Please continue to do what you're doing. Warriors, keep on being a warrior. Supporters, keep on supporting the warriors. Keep on walking this with them, because guess what? They need it. And please give them positive energy. Do not bring them negative energy about anything, because they don't need it. So guys, keep up with your mental health. I'm Nicole Danell. I'm out, and I love you guys. Mwah.